Hey guys, this is Canadian Phantom here, and for today's video, Moab Thursdays. I'm uploading it Friday just because I've been busy last couple of days, so yeah. And moving on, today's video, I wanted to talk about internet connection, and if you're a gamer, you know how much internet means. Even the smallest part of a second, like 0.25 parts of a second, can mean whether you live or die, and I just hate that about it. Everybody to me should be on equal connection, but that's just not how it works. And I think it should be that way. So today I finally got internet, like wired internet. And wired and wireless is not as good, not even close to as good as wired internet is. I have been playing on wired for the entire time that I've been uploading these videos, so I'm expecting to get a lot better footage soon, and it's going to be a lot better for me, and I can't wait to see how much more it affects. Like, it means there's a big difference from wired to wireless. It's just, you don't really see it. It's just, you can tell in those moments whenever you died because you shot a guy, but apparently he skipped a little frame and moved maybe an inch ahead of you where you thought he was. And I don't think that this should happen, but it's the way the world works, and we gotta figure ways to adapt. So whenever I got my wired internet, what I told my parents before was, fuck you guys, I'm taking our router and I'm putting it up in my room. And I didn't really tell them that. I just took it, They're going to probably freak out with me, but, I don't give a shit anymore. I can't be dealing with this. There's too many noobs that are killing me with the most bullshit pre-fire. Like, if you were playing on wireless, most of the time you're going to get pre-fired by a guy. Or maybe it's just me. I don't think it is. You're going to get pre-fired by a guy who's using a stupid gun and just using wired connection. Like, even if you're 10 times better than the player, they're still going to be able to pre-fire you, and you can't really respond that fast. It's bullshit. That's why some of the better players, like, I guarantee you, some of the best players in this game, they have the world's best internet or really good internet, and it makes a huge difference. And this is something that a lot of people overlook, and I don't know why. Like, for me personally, I'm usually on a 2 or a 3 bar. I'm never on a 4 bar. I'm never picked to be host. But I've noticed that since I've got wired internet, I'm always on a 4 bar, and I'm usually the host, which gives me a bit of advantage. What most of you don't know is that even if you're the host, even if you have the best internet in the world, the host will still have a quarter of a second more advantage than you, because you're going off of his internet. And it's retarded. It should not be that way. I agree, but it's how it goes. And I think that this should be abolished. They said they were going to, like, the people who made Modern 1, in Modern 2, like from Modern 1 to Modern 2, before they made Modern 2, they had already built a server that had its own connection, so you can play on it, and you didn't have to go off of somebody's internet. But with right after Modern 1 came out and they built that, the person who was in charge of it, he wanted to put it in Modern 2. There was a guy who was like the main guy who Infinity War, like the main guy who actually produces the game. He said, no, I'm not putting this in here, because apparently it costs a lot of money to run it. Like, I can see how, but you should be able to have it. Like, people who play Battlefield, you can rent servers so that you don't have to be lagging. And I think that if you have Elite, then you should be able to do that. Or, just maybe if you buy the game, I would pay like an extra $20. So, like, I would pay $80 for the game instead of 60, just so that I could have that connection. And it would be so much better, and I would be able to kill noobs. So, whenever you go around a corner and they still shoot you, most of the time it is sometimes just because it's retarded how they can shoot you, but a lot of the time it's just because of how stupid the internet connection is. And I guarantee you there is a lot of people out there that is just pissed about this, just as pissed as I am about this. and it should be fixed. I hope it gets fixed, and it's retarded. So right now, I am currently on my PS3, and I am checking my network connections. Okay, everything's going good so far, and it's showing me that I had before previously, my upload speed was 500 megabits per second, not megabits. I don't know what it is, but now that I'm on wired, it goes to 800, and that is almost double. That is huge. That is a big difference that I'm gonna be enjoying. And I advise all you people who can do that, you should never be on wireless if you don't have to be. Wired is the way to go. It's always got the best connection, and everybody will do better, because they say that some people who lag, they have an advantage. That is bullshit. If you're the one lagging, you're the one who's always going to be killed. And if people are chopping across the screen, that doesn't ever really happen unless the person's using a lag switch or something. And yeah, so you should switch to wired if you can. So guys, I'm going to be going and see if I can get some good gameplay going. Maybe try and get that double Moab I've been going for. And I think it's going to be a lot easier to get better gameplay now. So thanks for listening. This is Canadian Phantom saying now, peace guys. Also guys, have just hit the 50 subscriber mark, so thank you all for subscribing. Be sure to tell your friends about my channel, and who knows, maybe I might make it big someday and you guys can tell your friends about being one of my first 50. So thanks for listening. See ya.